Whoosh! Top morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If. Hold on, let me get to here. What if Deku had all the fighting styles? So, this will be a little bit darker in the beginning, but not too much. It will get brighter when we get down the line. So, and I will clear up some stuff for you. First of all, in this what if, I will add three characters. I forget her name. I think her name was. Hold on. Let me grab that and let's do. I believe her name was. Oh, wait.
Koala.
Koala. Yeah. I'll add Koala, Carrot, and Ultra. And Ultra's role in this what if storyline is actually she will be the sister. I know some of you guys are just in the what if Deku was married or not married, dating Ultra. You guys freaked out, but this this version of Ultra is a sister to Zuko. So yeah. So yeah, and Inko and Nasashi wants everything to be balanced between them. Like kids. Like if Asashi wanted a son and Inko wanted a daughter. Yeah. But if they ever get one or the other, they will not like break up or, but they would basically separate into two different bedrooms. They'll still live in the same house. It's just they will never talk to each other. They would never talk to their own kids ever again. So, Inko and Nasashi gave birth. So, let's begin our story. So, Inko gave birth to Ultra and Zuko. Then at age of 3 years old, the villains wanted to kidnap Zuko because they see potential inside of his body instead. But they ended up grabbing Ultra instead. And that made Midoriya family fall apart really fast. So Suzuku, who he wanted his sister back. So he joins the like special skills things. And yeah. So then he does meet Koala and Carrot at the school when they were 3 years old. And Zuko has this special skill called Ultimate Mastery, where he can basically use it to, like, full extent. So he learned how to use stuff like Dragon's Claw perfectly, or to use his own version of electric thing. But his most powerfulest one is Fishman Karate. Yeah. But because Zuko is still a kid, he can... Yeah. But I forgot to also mention that when they, like, when the parents couldn't talk about their... or because of Ultra got kidnapped, and the basically Zuko, or they couldn't take their son to the quack doctor, so at age of 4, so he's just gonna be saying I'm quirkless. So yeah. But he actually does have a quirk of name similar to their parents, but he can but he doesn't have just one quirk. He has 4 quirks inside of him. 0, infinity, mastery of flames, and the regrets. And so the regret quirk is basically, he basically is similar, is similar to his 0 power, where he can absorb regrets of everybody into himself, so that so so then so time skip to 15. And also, he committed his own slaughter. Should I say, the villains slaughtered. Because he was the one that the crime rate went down to 10%, higher than All Might's 3%. Or should I say, all the way to 0%. Like, there was no villains around. And Zuko was pretty tough for being a age 4 years old. As he slaughtered them all. All of the villains were dead. Except for the Quark Doctor, All for One, and League of Villains. So we do a time skip to 15, and then to time skip to Hero or All Might versus All for One. As so during the time skip, he does join UA. He gets class 1B because no one knows his tragic backstory. He wants us to make every villain pay for what they did, taking his sister. He was the only one, and then as he doesn't show it around like other characters, like Koala and Carrot, and anyone else in between. But when Zuko gets really mad, or let's say during the sports festival, during the fight one, it was a final round between Bakugo versus Zuko. As Zuko was, Bakugo insults Zuko, like, your sister's not gonna come back, and you're broken inside. As you better take that back. Zuko wasn't joking around. Zuko was basically, his hair turned white. His eyes turned black and red. Kind of like how the carrot girl turns her hair white and her skin's white. Yeah, well, Zuko just straight up full on doing like full electricity on onto Bakugo with so much power. And Bakugo's his entire body was as he gets pummeled. You know how, like, the guys or that gorilla guy just like getting bombarded by Sanji? Yeah. Well, imagine the Bakugo doing or getting that kind as from like Zuko. Yeah. As he got knocked out of a ring and with blood dripping from his mouth, his eyes, his ears. There's every part of his body. Yeah. As he's trying to calm himself down. Because he was the one to blame himself. As he does as he looks at Bakugo and tells him that no one insults my little sister. No one. I will get her back if that's the last thing I do. As they always see his, like, angry side. They always see his anger much more than Bakugo's. As, yeah, as he gets up, he trains all day and all night. Because they never see his, like, basically his own sadness. Because he is the most powerfulest person in the world. So when Zuko just straight up punching the punching bag so hard that even, yeah. So now we move on to All Might versus All for One. As All for One says, I'll give this opportunity to, from killing you, All Might, to my new pond. Come on out, Ultra. Gladly. As she's like been brainwashed. As Zuko's could feel the anger inside of his body as his eyes start to glow red with fury. As, yeah. So then Zuko ran, and as she used her music power of flames to, like, decimate, or she tried to decimate the All Might's entire body. But then Zuko interfered. As he absorbed all the attacks into himself. As he says, was it you, All for One, that turned my little sister into this? As Zuko's was pretty powerful. As Zuko's is, yeah, releases all of his energy as they never seen his anger. As Zuko's, as All for One says, the man that killed 10 bazillion people, or 10 million villains, or you almost killed the entire planet off. Zuko Midoriya. I mean, with your power, you're pretty powerful, Zuko. But tell me, how does it make you feel to have so much power? Or as he gets clobbered by Zuko's hammer, basically send him flying. Is that your answer? I'm not in a good mood. As he throws it up in the air, and he killed all the remaining villains except for except for Ultra and All for One. Izuku's cruelty really shows when he say bye-bye to you. Izuku's aura, yeah, as he slams his, or as All for One begs, hey, she'll be yours, then undo the brainwash thing. As how do I do that when go to the court doctor, he'll know. Because he was the one that did it. Thank you for this helpful tip. Die. Boom. As All for One dies that fateful day. Or that fateful night. He... As he goes... As she used her music on him to get her revenge on for killing All for One. Izuku, who actually knows how brainwashing works. So, yeah. So Zuko says, or as he gets, as his body's getting torn a pieces, as he doesn't care about, as he basically puts his hand right on the Ultra's chest, or her head, and told her, and what he did, he absorbed he undid the brainwashing thing. As she was like, as he could see her old, or so they took away her old memories to make her the newer ones. As he says, as he flies over with Ultra on his back, as he was mad. He was so close to, like, getting his own sister back. As he just straight up used Tempest Kick to, like, fly in the air. As he's... There you are. As the court doctor looks at him, though, one that name, you're the most powerfulest one. And I saw you who kill All for One and remaining villains, so... So as he, and if you want your sister, go ahead. I won't, so I'm going to help you. So they set it up, and the machine basically, she basically got her memories back, and as he didn't know, or his memories were always so bad because it wasn't because he always wanted her back, so he doesn't care if he so they asked him, so I know it wasn't your fault, Zuko. You're just angry. But let me take away your anger, or those dark memories that you had when you were killing all those villains. Can you? Sure, I can. Only those dark ones, not the... As he sits in a chair, Zuko takes, or as they take away his dark memories of him, that is, as Zuko's those memories, as he went back to, but something else happened during that time. Zuko's quirk, and four quirks, when actually the dark memories that he had, when the quirk doctor was about to take it away, or try to, as they basically, the quirks and his dark memories fused into to create abilities. As the quirk doctor is surprised. Wait, as he says, wait. Zuko, you did have the quirk. It's just the... Are you still with us? Yeah. Get me away. As he feels little, like, or he doesn't have any anger left in him, but instead he has hopefulness, like he has like joy back into his body. As Zuko was pretty much, and as, so what did they mean by, or what did you mean by me having a quirk? Well, the real question is why didn't your parents take you to see me to get your quirk checked? It's always been that way for a long time. Well, as he looks away, well, it's my mother and my father, as he says, wanted to have like twins that are boy and girl. My mother wanted a girl, my father wanted a boy, so they got both. But when the villains kidnapped her, my little sister, then it finally fell apart when they were like, they wouldn't talk to me, they wouldn't do anything with me. Oh, I see. Yeah. And before we we did copy her memories, or we did like take away her memories and made some darker memories so that they, yeah. So I, yeah. He kind of made the mistake of it. So, yeah. So then the, and your sister, as the quirk doctor says, your sister does have a quirk. Musical flames is her quirk. She can control flames that look like music. So, yeah. And Ultra is sleeping. So, yeah. She's trying to get her memories back in order. So, as she does, as he as he's so like, if any more villains try to kidnap her, or should I say any remaining villains, I will make sure to end them too, just like every other villain. Huh, I see that you still have negativity. Yeah, that's how I always talk like. As, but yeah, so Zuku's new power that he got from his dark memories, like darker versions, actually fused to create raging power, rage, basically. So when Zuko can either turn it on and or turn it off. So, yeah. To make him look brave enough, but inside he's terrified. Yeah. So then yeah. It's like the armor hockey, basically. But way stronger than that. Stronger than barrier. Barrier, know me. Barrier fruit, basically. So, when Ultra woke up from her nap thing, Zuko says, "Sister, are you doing okay?" Yeah. Oh. What happened? I remember being in the lab. They took away. They were about to take away my memories, but then next thing I remember, I'm here, laying right here. Well, it's gonna be a long story, long way home. So, where should I start? Well, I'll give you a full rundown. So, after they took you away, the villains took you away. Our family didn't talk to each other for a long time, and none of us did anything, and no birthdays, no nothing. So, but that pushed me even rageful when So I made a promise to myself that to get you back. So that when you were so during the I don't want to talk about it, but I'm glad to have you back. Go ahead. As he says, I'm your sister, anyways. As Ultra says, well, I basically, you know how like some people rage a lot? That's what I have too. As Ultra figures out like piece two to two together, killed every villain to try to have me back. Yeah. When I saw you getting when you were brainwashed, I killed off the remaining villains. And brought you back to as he cares as he's blaming himself for like he slaughtered millions as he doesn't or everyone knows. So when Zuko became yeah. Zuko was crying. He's so like happy that even like tears come down. As he did tell her that it's good to see you. As yeah. So then when they got home, Sashi and Inko were still separated. As the they were like this when during the times. And I even had to like go out shopping or cook for myself. As she's like, I see. As I'll go get them. As Zuko says. As he goes into both bedrooms, as Sashi he was in his jammies when he was with tears coming down his face. As he walks up, or as Zuko walks up, he wakes up Sashi. As Sashi wakes up, wait, Zuko, why is you were here? Remember the rules. I got the gift for both of you. So, as he gets up, as he walks into Inko's room, I got the gift for you. As he picks up Inko, whom she was still in her jammies too, as she was walking. Wait, what gift? I finally found her. As she basically comes around, yeah. And no, this is not a trick. She is real. As Zumi or as Inko, or so Inko and Sashi can't believe that as she's so happy to, or they're so happy to see her. So they were, yeah. So then he's like, yeah. But so then the next day, Zuko already left before Ultra, Inko, and Musashi even woke up. He left as he got his bag starts and got his clothes on, and he just left to go to UA. As the everyone thought, or actually, let's say Inko and Sashi woke up, and Ultra was awake, or actually woke up too. So Sashi and Inko and Ultra is wondering, as they are glad to see Ultra, but they're like, wait, where's Zuko at? Or where's your brother? As he, because during all that time, he always been the goer. Like, he gets up before his parents and his parents, because of that stuff. So he goes to school as he's always as Koala's like, I heard that you got your sister back. And yeah, I did. And they're just sleeping right now. So then so Zuko ends up he shows more, like, they see more calmness now compared to what he was before. As he's always laughing his head off, like how Carrot does. So, yeah. As they're like, man, I like you this way than the back then. Yeah. But we all get what you were from him. So then when Zuko punched, because he never knew what the, because they all, or should I say, all of, or so his parents couldn't, during the time skip thing in the past, during all that time, he did not even have a birthday thing. So when he always had to, like, get the one birthday cake, or not birthday cake, cupcake, and he's always been that kind of person. So all of them, so after school, he goes and grabs something to eat. And then he comes back to home, as he's like, well, as so Inko turns around, and she knows that, or she never knew that Zuko. So when Ultra was like was pretty excited to like is happy to be back from getting mind controlled to like yeah to break free from the villains. So when Zuko who so Sashi asked the how did you find your sister, by the way? It's a long process, but I sure did. And most importantly, got her back, so I'm not too mad. Or I don't have regrets. Okay? So, but Inko, who cooked up some food for all four of them, but Zuku's says, I'm out. As Inko's like, wow. As Sashi's like, huh, you're too good for it? Yes? More like when both of you two were like doing your stuff, separate stuff, during all these years, I had to like go by myself to the store and get stuff for like food stuff. So yeah, as Inko can't believe, as she can't believe that her own son was, as she walks up to Zuko, and she did apologize to him about that we shouldn't behaved like that to you, Zuko, when your sister was kidnapped. And as Zuko tells old Inko that, and I understand, and that the both of you were worried about my sister more than and having balance between me and my sister, or between you and Hisashi. So, yeah, that's when one of us got kidnapped. Um, as he did tell them that the whole story about like he had to torture / kill villains that were trying to like yeah, as anyone could just be yeah, you know how like these guys just like straight up flying around like no boom boom yeah. Well, Zuko was pretty tough. One tough cookie. So yeah. So when Inko he did, or she did, like, I, as, so, yeah, they both, like, so Sashi and Inko apologized to Zuko, because so, they, okay, they wanted to spend more time with both sides, so he's like, I understand. Okay. First goes, okay. So then, the next morning, it was the same thing. As Sashi's like, oh, man, this kid wakes up before rest of us do. Yeah. That's what you get when... Yeah. So, let's do a time skip to overhaul thing. Or, actually, time skip to Zuko's and Ultra's birthday. As he gets up, he does... Or so, at this point, this is going to be a funny, like, ships things. And no, it's not going to be the permanently one, but it's going to be funniest one. So it's between Zuko, Carrot, and Koala. Yeah. So when they heard that their sister, or no, that Zuko and his sister, or his birthday is today, so then, yeah. Well, Zuko's, so they're like, what are you gonna do? Well, probably gonna do like with every birthday in the past. Gonna go get the cupcakes and, yeah, at the place I really don't know. As he gets up, walks away, and so then after school, like he said, he goes, grabs the cupcakes, his favorite kind, as he gets himself one, because he's always, as he does air jump, onto, like, a building, or should I say abandoned building, as he doesn't really know what to do. So he wishes himself a happy birthday. So then yeah. And I know it's not his actual birthday, it's just or it's actually, or in this alternate timeline would be like his birthday thing. So, yeah. So, Ultra, knows that Zuko's is always, he's, like, because she walks up, she found Zuko in abandoned building. Because between her and Zuko, have the, like brother and sister bond. So, yeah. So they both know where each other's are at all times. Ezuku, whom, or as Ultra's, sits right next to him. She had her little cupcake thing as she smiles at him as he says, huh, only you know about this place. Yeah. It always changes every year when. So, yeah. The. Yeah, so then he. And she's so happy to. Like, she needed to spend time with her own brother because, yeah. Zuko is her brother, so, yeah. So then, after a whole thing has happened, Zuko ends up. And Ultra actually told Zuko that she's gonna go to UA, too, so. And when he heard that, he looked at her with surprised look, as he's so happy to, like, is it too much for you? As automatically gets hugged by Zuko. As, yeah, Zuko was. So, Asashi doesn't know Zuko's quirk, so. And why he's in Class 1B. As Zuko's looked at, or so, after they arrive back at the house, as the, and so, so, Ultra and Zuko, and so Inko asked Zuko that, like, why do you always leave before us wake up? Well, I still have that little, like, because when Ultra wasn't around, when they took Ultra, you two just, like, fell the face of the earth. Really? Yeah. As Ultra, or as Zumi, or no, as Inko tells Zuko, yeah. And Sasashi's like, yeah. We've been so worried about Ultra, we needed to spend time with Zuko too. So that's why he kept leaving so early. Even during the vacation stuff. Oh, yeah. So then Ultra basically was like, yeah. Plus, you actually could be in Class 1A. Hey, Ultra, as Zuko says. And she's like, really? None of us had quirks. We both do have a quirks, actually. When I, like, basically went to a quirk doctor, you were there, but we were taking we undid the brainwashing thing. We undid the brainwashing for you. He turned and looked at me and told me that that he had not just one quirk, I had 4 quirks. And your sister had or has a one quirk that's called flaming music. It allows you to control music like no, you control flames like music, or that looked like music stuff. And so you could be great at it. Yeah. And she's like, man, where were the 4 quirks? Infinity, 0. Negative emotions, or guilt, should I say, guilty. And I forgot the last one. So then yeah. So when they took away that dark memories, as he tells them, when they took away that dark memories, when they brainwashed me, they actually did something the opposite. Or it did something opposite. Instead of taking the dark memories that, torturing those villains, ends up being the whole different one. And so then, yeah. So Zuko did tell them the whole truth about it, as they can't believe that they have the most powerful son, and so he's so happy to see, but nothing, yeah. So Koala and Carrot were basically his wives, because during the time skip, they both got married to him, and they both had 2 kids. Or should I say 4 kids. The 2 boys, 2 girls, as he's like, man. But this time, no one got captured, so yeah. So now, I hope that you guys enjoyed this what if, and if you guys do enjoy this what if thing, and peace out, Cub Scouts, and have a good night or day, depending on the time zones, and peace.